Hi friends, welcome to my channel Frontend Made Easy. So today we are going to see about what is web development and what is front-end development. In our upcoming videos, we'll see the in-depth of each and every topic and how to handle each and everything into the web development process and front-end development process. So, so what is web development? Web development is nothing but a process of creating a website that can be launched in internet or in intranet. Whatever comes whenever we need some information, the first thing which we comes into our mind is a browser and Google. So we search for the thing, search for the ideas and get the best out of it. So for that we need a particular website. Google also will transform our search or get the result in a form of website, and in that website we'll be searching for the getting our result. So in the website, the creation of a website is nothing but a web development which has several process into it. So it involves a complete process from designing a website, content creation, client side coding or server side coding, networking, hosting and maintenance. This process start from the designing a website, from whatever the content we need to display to our particular to the user, and then the coding part. Also in the coding part we have two types of coding part, that is from the client side part we need to code it, and after that we will go for server side. And then comes the networking and hosting our website, and the maintenance part continues to the whole till we hold our website. So website is nothing but a collection of web page, and we the coding part stands for the each and every web page part. Okay. So initially a website will be designed, and after that it will be moved to the front end developer who will take care of designing that particular website in the form of static web pages like HTML, which involves the technologies like HTML, CSS and JavaScript if needed. And after that the actual logic and the database logic will be transformed, will be taken care by the backend persons. So these are all backend development, and the initially what we saw is the front end development. So part of developers work in the design and interface part, which is called front end development, and other part of developers work in the database server side coding of the website, which is called backend. For example, we can take IRCTC website. So in that website we have user ID. First we need to log in to the particular website in order to book our train tickets. So in that we have two controls. One is text box control, where we'll be entering user ID and password, and other is a submit button control. In that control we'll be submitting whatever the user entered data, that means a user ID and password, that will be entered through the submit button. So in that the controls which we see is the user interactive control. That is called as a front end development. So these will be designed and developed in the form of HTML. That part is a front end development. The other thing, so once we submit, that particular information will be sent to the server, which will be handling the logic. In the particular logic which will be taken care here is it will check for whether the user ID is correct, exist in the database, and password matches with that particular user ID. And so once everything is okay, it will give the response as it will ask us to log in. Then if not it will gives the data that user ID is not exist in the database, or password does not matches with the database with the user ID. So whatever the logic or whatever the data given from the server, that will be again handled from the front end development or front end developer guy. and he or she will show this as an error to that particular web page. So I think it will be clear now, like front end development is whatever the user see, whatever the user interact with, but and backend is something which the user does not see. The inside backend logic will be full taken care by the server and database. The actual data will be stored there, and actual logic will be stored and applied there. We will not be able to see that. So what is front end? So as we discussed here, the front end development is also called as client side development, and this is also a process of displaying the data in the user interactive way. So it's simply displaying a content without simply displaying the content to the user. It can be interactive way. Each and everything we can enter our input. So whenever we will be going for the banking site, in that banking site, so we'll be giving the user ID, password, or the date of birth and anything. So whatever the user clicks and enter, that will be the user interaction, and this should be made simple, so that user to build our user experience. So everything the user sees in the browser and interacts with is a front end. It also receives the data from the user through various user interactive controls. So as we discussed, we have text box controls, we have button, we have number spinner, range controls, date text box, and several interactive controls are there to get the user input. And these input, whatever it has been obtained, these input has been will be transferred to the server for the further processing, and once after the server did the logic, it will be received from the this sends the actual data from the server to the front end, or to back to the front end thing, and it receives back the response from the server and displays the same to the user. This is the actual flow. This flow will be going like this, and I think this will be clear. So if I'm not clear, please post your queries in the comment box, and so that I will answer it, and we'll see it in the diagrammatic way in the next slide. So user is entering a browser, and enters whatever the data he or she needs. So then the request will be sent. Whatever the request he or she needs, that request will be captured from the browser, and it will be sent to the server. Then the response will be sent from the server, which will be again captured by the front end, or by the browser, and the actual results will be thrown. So whatever the browser user sees, so that comes under the front end, and whatever the server logic is, that comes under the back end. So this is the main difference between the front end and the back end, which should not be confused with any other logics. So as I said before, so front end is nothing but these three things: the combination of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, or JavaScript frameworks also. So whatever the frameworks or whatever the library is available, so these all comes under the JavaScript. So basically, JavaScript frameworks will be built on top of JavaScript. On top of JavaScript only, and HTML, whatever the version will be same, either 4.1 or 5, or CSS 2 or 3, and JavaScript framework. So these all the combinations comes in the front end. So this is a front end, and we'll see each and every topics which is involving into the front end in the upcoming video. Please click the subscribe button and notification icon for further notification. See you all in the next video. Thank you. Bye.